My name is Sajit Singh, and today I will be talking to you guys about my cross-gender activity, knitting. Knitting has been around for many years, and though there isn't a specific date as to how it came about, some say the activity can be dated back to the Middle East and found its way to Europe through the trade routes. With no specific origin, some believe that the earliest examples can be dated between the 11th and 14th centuries, as paintings from Europe have portrayed the Virgin Mary knitting. When researching the history of knitting, it was clear that knitting had been predominantly for females. During the 19th and 20th centuries, women found knitting to be an economic opportunity in the Shetland Islands. While during World War II, as the men were being shipped off, women felt that they needed to support their husbands in any way possible and found that knitting items such as socks, caps, and other things would help keep their husbands warm during those cold winter nights. After the war, knitting became quite popular as new styles of yarn and colors were introduced. Going back to school, girls found that knitting was being taught not just as a hobby, but as a skill. Despite popular belief, knitting has started to become more popular over the years. Though I do feel it is still an activity dominated by females, I have seen a handful of males test their skills in knitting, even more so in 2006, when Stephanie Pearl McPhee introduced the 2006 Knitting Olympics. Just like the Winter Olympics, the time frame remained the same, as contestants were to begin a project on the day of the opening ceremonies, which took place on February 10th, and had until the Olympic flame went out on February 26th to complete a project. With an actual competition, many males were seen competing for top prize, which indeed was a gold medal. Another current event that has affected knitting for the better is the advancements in technology. With nearly everyone having access to things such as smartphones and the internet, the knitting world has completely changed as knitters across the world are able to share their creations and challenge each other through social media sites. When it comes to my theories on why there has been a lack of historical changes in participation, it's quite simple. The main theory I have as to why there hasn't been much change in men participating in the activity of knitting is because all through our history, women were simply the ones who handled the task. Both before and after World War II, the 1950s brought values of emphasizing on producing a world of creativity, where women were the ones who took part in creating things such as clothing items for their families. Even in today's day and age, the activity is still seen as a woman's choice of leisure. Knitting fits into traditional ideals of leisure for the female gender mainly because history has shown females as the ones who predominantly participated in the activity. Even during the 70s, knitting remained popular and girls were still taught how to knit in school. As stated before many times, women, dating back to the portrait of the Virgin Mary, have almost always been portrayed as the gender to dominate this activity, and the trend continues through World War II and even in today's day. In relation to the class, the first thing that came to mind was the idea of feminism, as for many, women were considered weaker to men in strength, which in my opinion is why knitting became a great hobby for women, while culturally it gave women a sense of freedom as there is no restrictive clothing required, while at the same time not making the women feel less of an ideal woman, as activity supported the female image of not being something physically demanding. Here's a picture of me getting my supplies together before I began my knitting project. I would say that the main reason I never participated in this activity was because I never saw the fun in doing so. Every time I would see someone, it just kind of seemed boring all the time. I also felt that it was only something in which was participated by women, as everyone I had seen knitting prior to this assignment had been nothing but women. The main constraint I feared was being made fun of by my older brothers for even considering participating in such an activity, while at the same time I wasn't sure how I would handle doing something outside of my comfort zone. Challenges? When I chose to do the activity, I thought it was going to be a cakewalk because of how easy people like my mom made the activity look, but man was I in for a rude awakening. I faced a few minor problems, though the main challenge came across when I was trying to create the first loop. Shown here on this slide is my attempt at making that loop. At first it took me a while to get it down, but I figured it out soon enough. The problem with when I was trying to figure out how to do the loop was that I was pulling the string too much, and it made the hole extremely small to where I couldn't pull the needle back through in order to make the loop. Once I figured out how to make the initial loop, creating the chain was fairly easy, as it was the same continuous motion. The main feeling I encountered was that I felt less of a man doing this activity because I didn't feel like it supported my image. These pictures here show me doing the final stitches. Stitch the two ends to ultimately create a bracelet as seen. Despite feeling like I was less of a man when knitting, I can honestly say that I can appreciate the craft more, as I know just how difficult it can be. Now that I have participated in an activity that was far outside of my comfort zone, I can say that I will no longer judge an activity because of its predominant gender. As they say, variety is the spice of life. It is also important to have variety and options to leisure activities. All in all, I did gain a better understanding of the activity. Finally, see the two end results of the different types of bracelets I ended up making. Learning to knit was a pretty complicated activity for me at first, but I did start to enjoy it a bit once I got the basics down. Though as of right now, I don't think I would participate in this activity again. Don't get me wrong, it was cool learning to make bracelets. I just felt that the activity was pretty repetitive, while at the same time very strenuous on my eyes, and my hands started to cramp up a little bit. Now here are some pretty cool knitting jobs that I saw online. As you can see, this top one is a picture of some sushi, while someone knitted a pretty cool sock, and this bottom right one shows an etch sketch. Here are my sources for the project, and I hope you enjoyed this brief video. Thank you.